Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve Adamopoulos, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Talia.
And I'm Luciano. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle, under pressure that will break a foe. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Hustle Podcast. And today we got a very special guest from New York, Brooklyn, Brownsville in the building. We got Illa Ghee.
Let's get it right. It's Bed-Stuy.
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 Get it right.
Meadow Avenue, some of the houses.
I don't know New York that good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought
Don't feel bad. He does this every episode.
yeah.
This
There's
has
always
become the
something.
thing that he does. He
There's always
fucks
a
up the
little
intro. It's
flub
okay.
we
It's
got.
love,
There's
though.
always a little flub we got. But this is a very special moment. We got a show coming up tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And Illa Ghee's performing.
Mm-hmm.
We got Royal Flush performing.
This is true.
And we got Rusty Jukes performing.
Yep.
Tech, say a little something about this, man.
Well, you know, I really didn't want to just do the typical intro for this because this is actually these next 3 episodes are definitely going to be the most honorable episodes, if you will, that we've done on this show. The episodes that I'll say I'm the most proud of. So we're very happy to have you and the 2 other gentlemen in the building. So first of all, welcome to Montreal.
Yes.
How's it been? You haven't been here long,
Yeah,
but
but I'm here.
how's it been though? How's it been so
It's
far?
delicious.
It's delicious.
It is delicious. You know, first time here, you know, just looking at the town, it looks very New Yorkish with a slight feel of, you know, Eastern, like, you know,
European.
overseas European.
Yeah.
A slight little.
Apparently, New York and Montreal have the same architect. So that's
Pretty much.
So
It's
that's why
close.
we have a similar feel to certain neighborhoods.
I feel like they run the construction industry the same way too.
Yeah, makes sense.
Allegedly. You know.
Allegedly.
No.
So how was the trip here? Like everything went
It
smoothly?
was fast.
It was fast?
Fast.
Exactly 1 hour.
I
Right?
played a few chess games. By the time I played a few chess games, did some chess puzzles. If you didn't know, I'm an avid chess fan. I love chess. But by the time that happened, we was landing. And I was like, can't beat that.
Excellent.
Can't beat that.
So you got to Tech picked you up, brought you to the Airbnb. You heard the sounds of the city when we hit Saint Denis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a little bit of jazz in the air. It was vibrant.
Vibrant.
It's the hipster. It's definitely the
You ate
hipster
some
neighborhood.
sushi,
You
you ate
put
some
them in the
sushi.
hipster spot,
Yeah.
but you know it's okay.
Yeah, sushi.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Illa was talking to me in the car. He said he wants to see what the hood looks like in Montreal. That's what he was looking for.
So,
He wants to go to the...
I told him he should go to your house.
Nah, it's not the hood anymore, bro.
It's not?
You know what I mean? It's getting super gentrified over there.
welcome to
We got the university right up the street.
There's like 3 condos in Park X. What are you talking about?
Bro, condos have developed all over that block, man.
Oh, yeah?
I'm telling you.
It's all on Beaumont, no?
It's all on Beaumont. It's all on Beaumont. You got the university over there full of kids. So what do you expect? It is what it is. But if you want to we'll bring them to what's it called? We'll bring them to the East End, bro.
Why would you do that? That's what I was telling him. Montreal North. He doesn't know. If anything, we'll bring him to LaSalle, bring him to a nice West Indian spot, get some food.
Exactly. No, if you want to get your gastronomy taste buds tickled, bro, you got to bring them to the spots.
You should phrase that differently, maybe a little bit.
I was trying to.
I'm
It
trying
wasn't
not to
coming.
think
It
about
wasn't
that.
coming.
There's no tickling involved. No tickling involved. So, you were saying you're an avid chess player. Where did that come from, bro?
Jail.
You know what? I had a feeling, but I didn't want to lead with it. Is that so? Are you very skilled at chess? Would you say?
I'm about 1,400, moving up to 1,500, like online type that. You know, I never like did tournaments or anything like that, but I really love like chess.
So, do you find that like it helps at all with your mental faculties, keeping you sharp and shit like that?
Yeah, it's just you constantly thinking. It's a moving puzzle, and you can't control it. You have to just make the best move when you see it and take advantage of the openings.
That's a metaphor for life, though, if you really think about it.
Definitely.
That's one of the beautiful things about chess.
You had that moment. Something happened to you in the past. Like, I don't know how to phrase it. I want to ask it. You know what I mean? You don't ask a man anything about prison, jail.
Yeah, what about
But if you have any like advice to give to the people, not getting caught up in a situation,
leave the streets alone. If you like, it's way more knowledge and information out here now. You know, I grew up in a time where I didn't know what to do. I didn't see any outlets. You know, outlets pretty much wasn't for us or given to us. So, of course, same old story, cliche. You follow, what you see. And dudes in my hoods, I pretty much grew up in let's just say a rough neighborhood at that time. It was just we were more aggressive in my neighborhood. We're gonna say that with air quotes, aggressive. And that's how I grew up, and eventually moved on to what you call hustling.
Right.
Hence the hustle.
So I like that. It's a name drop.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
And, it led me to wind up being incarcerated, did 6 years. I actually got locked up the very day after I did my verse for Mobb Deep's Hell on Earth.
That's crazy.
Can't get enough of it.
That's crazy.
Right. I did that verse, and the next day, I got locked up.
I heard about that. Like, I read about it, and I was just like, crazy situation to get caught up in, especially when it's popping like that. Was that around the same time that you and Prod did the Hold You Down track with Alchemist? Was that
That's after I came home from jail.
After, bro.
Yeah, I was...
That was like 2000s.
Yeah, that was like 205. Yeah, about 205. I came home 202.
So that situation, like, what did it feel like getting taken away for 6 years, losing that?
I mean, at that time, it is what it is. I can't cry about it. You did crimes. Like, you knew what you was getting into.
Yeah.
Can't cry about it. Like, I'm happy I made it to that age because I didn't think I was going to make it. And I know people say it sound cliche, but you would need to know to understand the neighborhood I grew up in.
Yeah, and that's one thing, not to cut you off, but that's one thing in Canada that I think doesn't really translate over to as well, because like, in Canada, you got to understand, right? We have universal healthcare. We have universal education. It's like even people who are in a deprived situation growing up, you do have that sort of social safety net to where, the basic needs theoretically are going to be covered by the government. So you could be from a rough neighborhood and still be able to afford to go to an Ivy League school and, take the proper path to empower yourself and get out of that situation. Whereas in America, and I could be, if I'm wrong about this, check me on it. But in America, I just feel like those opportunities aren't the same for certain communities. I feel like it's a lot more racially segregated by neighborhood.
We're the commodity.
Yeah.
We are the commodity.
Expand on that.
Basically, all right, if you take everybody else, when they gave them land, they gave people land cheaper for them to build themselves, right? You got to realize everything was about money. Slavery, all that other stuff was about money. Now, we didn't get the opportunities to buy land to us creator, what's the name? Right. So, they take away, also, they started taking away, things in school, because a lot of our old, elders, they didn't need an education because they were still able to do carpentry and all that other stuff and take care of their family. Right. Now they take that out of school. Release crack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All of us want to do better, but this is what they left us with. At the same time, when you fill prisons up, it's money. We are the commodity.
100%. And then you fracture the households as well. People are growing up without fathers. It really is a cyclical thing, and like the cycle of poverty is definitely real. But I mean, to kind of steer this more in a positive direction, right, with the whole prison thing, if that's even possible. Like, what would you say? How would you say it changed you for the better, if at all? Like just coming out and
I like women. I don't want to be around dudes all day.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I really like women.
That does make sense.
And you just don't. It's not cool to be locked up around dudes all day. I don't need 2 or 3. The word is that the second bid hurts the worst. Why? Because you know better.
And you made the same mistake, and you back.
Yeah, to keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's stupid. Especially. If you like to be around dudes locked up, sure, go ahead.
If that's your thing, then.
If that's your thing, go ahead.
More power to you.
I tried it and I didn't make it.
Right.
And therefore it's it. So it's why not? Why not go hard with the music, hip hop, so on and so forth. So
agreed. Speaking of the music, so let's make this a little bit more positive. Yeah. I think we kind of went down a dark path here for a second, which is I'm stealing your thunder a little bit, because this is the question that Steve loves to ask. So now you know what I'm talking about. So here I'm gonna throw you the layup. All you got to do is slam dunk it. Go ahead, Steve.
So Illa, How did you get into music? How was that like positive reinforcement brought into your life? Was it something after prison, before prison?
No, way before prison. My brother and my cousin, they used to be in a group, and you know they rhymed. My cousin used to build his own speakers and DJ, and you know they lost a contest to Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd, and you know they tried their hand in it. And it didn't work out, but I really learned everything from them, my brother and my cousin.
And as far as like hip hop's there. It's New York, you know what I mean? It's the Mecca. You grew up with it. You hear it every day. For us, it's a little different in Canada, right? So
it's a lot different.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. What were your inspirations? Who were the people that you were listening to as a younger person? And
I mean, it was so many people. I'm more of an MC type of person. So, you know, anybody, you know, just trying to look at the reactions, because my cousin, he had no fear of really battling people. You know, my brother was into the word stuff. So they used to listen all the time to, you know, like Kumo D and Melly Mel, and who was supposed to be a lyricist back then. It was Grandmaster Caz. And then, you know, moving on, and then, you know, the Canes, the G-Rap, you know, Rakim, and, you know, it was like I'm more of an MC person.
I'm not mistaken from the research that I was doing. DJ Premier was the first one that like discovered you, so to say?
No. Mobb Deep.
So it was Mobb Deep.
Yeah, I was with Mobb Deep. We used to go to high school together.
That's crazy.
Okay, high school days.
Yeah, high school of art and design. In high school, I was just really getting into it. I actually met Prodigy. I'm surprised you didn't know, like, her.
Because I saw the Doggy Diamonds interviews. I read stuff online, but sometimes read stuff that's not 100% accurate. So that's why I'm not sure, you know what I mean?
I met Prodigy because I was going to rob Prodigy.
Okay.
And, you know, we had a mutual friend, but then the friend got cool with him and was like, nah, he cool. And after that, we pretty much, like, became like my brother after that. R.I.P. Prodigy.
R.I.P.
to
Absolutely.
Prodigy, definitely.
Absolutely.
When you guys made that track, Hold You Down, I remember hearing that original long version before Nina Sky was on it. What was this decision to make it like a radio single?
It was actually Al, to my understanding, was Al's brother Neil. Neil decided to get Nina Sky and shorten it up a little bit, because we made it for the DVD, the infamous Allegiance DVD. And that was that. Then all of a sudden, they decided to push it in a different direction, and it slowly took off.
I can speak for myself. Like during my teenage years, hearing that song, you know what I mean? It really resonated with me. It took me through some tough times. You know, you hear that track, it really holds you down, so to say. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank
that
them.
beat itself, like just like going back and finding out where the sample came from, and doing all the research, seeing like the evolution of that track over how many years has it been now?
Yeah.
Almost 20.
Almost 20.
Yeah.
Almost 20.
18, right? About 18?
About that, yeah. To 05, yeah.
Yeah, 05.
Yeah. It's
18.
good.
That was the first time I ever heard. That was the first time I ever. That's the first time I ever heard myself on the radio.
That's crazy.
And it was even.
What DJ was it?
Don't know. All I know, it was AM. It was like morning radio.
Oh, okay.
I was, you know, blessed to dead. I was taking my mom to the doctor, and she heard it. Like, it was so crazy for me. I had to pull over, and was like, wow, they really played it. Like, they really played the song on the radio. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, it did.
I feel like that record got a lot of radio play at that moment.
It did. Yeah. But like, when Al was living in New York, they had like a book where basically they would send out feelers for different songs. So he sent out the feeler on Hold You Down, and I was looking inside the book. Everybody shitted on me except for maybe 2 DJs.
Oh, for real?
They was like, who is this guy? Like, y'all don't need him. Y'all should take him off the song, so on and so forth. And I was like, wow. You know, but when we perform it,
right,
you know, the shit was so crazy. Everybody was like, yo, your part is the best part. Like, we fuck with your part. I was like, really? Like,
because that's not what I heard. Like,
But that's the difference between, you know, people in the industry and fans. that's their take on it.
Would
But
you
the
say
fans
that
have a different thing.
there's like this, and it's kind of a rhetorical question, but would you say that, unfortunately, a lot of in the industry, what gets released, what gets pushed, especially what gets pushed, it's like, I feel like all of this shit gets decided by some nerds in backpacks that have little or nothing to do with the culture, no knowledge of the culture. They're just these decision-making pen pushers. And like, I don't know, I gotta feel like maybe relating to you on your end, that must be frustrating to know that like somebody who really doesn't have any connection to the art of it is making these decisions, right? Like, it's like somebody that you've never met in an office somewhere can decide to pull you off of a record that could have been the biggest moment of your life, right?
They know the culture, like they're in it for the business. So who cares what they say? That was a lesson I learned. Is like, okay, a lot of these people in the industry don't really know what the fuck they talking about. Yeah. It's not up to you. It's up to the fans. Yeah. The fans said it was trash, then they wouldn't have bought it or they wouldn't have spun it. So
that's a fact. One question I want to ask you is, because you come from the era, and I know, Steve, you're kind of with me on this one, because we're not quite your generation, but we're not quite the new generation. We're like the in between generation, right. And I'm a lot more towards your era, which is to say that like coming up, you actually, well, I mean, like, one, you have to be able to rap. Like that's the first part, right? You actually have to be able to rap, which is, you don't seem to have to be able to do that today, unfortunately. It's you can be a rapper without rapping. So like I'm much more, how do you feel like the game has changed just in terms of the level of skill required? Like, to me, I feel like the technology and the social media has made it so, and it's a gift and a curse, right? Because it's made it so accessible for everybody. So on the one hand, it's like people with the actual talent who maybe would have never had the resources to get into this before, now they can. But on the flip side of that coin, it's like, so can everybody else. And like, you don't really need to pay dues anymore, in my opinion. You just throw a track up on YouTube with a cover art and you're a rapper now.
Yeah, I mean, it is that, but what game would you speak of? Because there's rap and then there's hip hop. Rap is the business.
Let's get into
hip hop is the culture.
Okay.
Now, as far as hip hop, hip hop is everywhere. Hip hop it never died down. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Rusty Jukes. You got people like Royal Flush. You got people like Rock Luciano and, all these other people. That's hip hop. That's not rap. Rap is when you sign that contract and now you have to listen to the corporate person and be like, oh, nope, you're not putting it out until we get this type of record. Hip hop, you don't have that. You can put out what you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like rap is the microwave music. Hip hop is the soul food that feeds and give you all different. You can get MCing, you can get songs. You know what I'm saying, where you can relate to, and where you get a chance. If you really listen to it, you have to really listen to the project. Rap, not so much.
Yeah, it's just more beats and vibes. Yeah, and repetitive choruses. That's the vibe. You were playing some stuff in the car, on the car right here, and I know I had my game face on. Didn't look like I was listening, but I was listening, bro. You had some lines in there. What was that one line? It was level and divided is spelled the same way twice.
Level, I divided the same as spelled backwards. I know that's going to miss. Yeah, I know everybody's going to miss that.
We're going to play that backwards.
No, you don't have to play it backwards. He pulled it up in the car.
You
don't have to play it backwards, but if you look at the word level and divide, if you spell it frontwards or backwards, it's the same thing. So that's why I said level, I divided the same as spelled backwards. Okay. So no matter how you spell it, it's the same meaning.
See, I didn't know that. You just taught me some shit. I want to touch back on the books and Prodigy. I think it was Doggy Diamond's interview when you were talking about Prod wrote about you in the book and people were scared of you for...
I mean, I'm not saying that, I don't think they were scared. It's just, I don't know. People looked at me different. Even bless his soul, Sean Price used to be like, yo, read the book. And it just looked like you had all the guns. He said it didn't help you out at all. I was like, God damn. I didn't know he was going to do that. He told me I was in the book, but I didn't know. I was like, really? It just, he's like, yo, it just, the way it read, it just looked like you had all the guns.
Well, a lot of people got angry because of
yeah,
that.
that's what I was gonna say. There was a lot of backlash from that book. Do you feel, was there like, because I mean, you know, as somebody who was there, was there like palpable kind of backlash or sentiments?
Bless us all, I would have never wrote a book like that.
Right.
Never.
I thought, yeah.
But I understand why he did it. Because by him having sickle cell, he wanted to do a lot of things and get his story out before he died.
Right.
Makes sense. Makes sense, because I was just about to say that when you write memoirs and stuff like that, it's when you know you're getting to that age and you're like, I don't have
it. Ain't even though he knew that before when he was a teen, before they got a record deal. Everything he did was to get his story out.
Wow.
Before he died. And he died in the range of sickle cell, like he'll die between like around 40 something years old, and he died when he was 42.
Young. So it's a shame.
It is.
Like, there was a lot of beefs per se that were going on back then. Were you ever in the thick of it when shit was going down with Mobb Deep?
Things that I can't speak of.
Okay, so if you can't speak about it, you don't have to say anything.
it was other situations that I can't speak about, that I wouldn't speak about. I mean, as far as the hip hop thing, I was in jail for a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed those times, but other things.
Yeah, I mean, these are alleged actions and situations, ladies and gentlemen. These are
very well said.
You know, we're not going to get into that. We also spoke about that in the car, Steve. We're not going to go down that path.
We're not going to flat TV this interview.
No, we're definitely not going to do that. But what I will ask you is, what was the temperature like? Because again, like, I was too young to actually kind of appreciate what was going on right at the time. But like, what was the temperature like in New York during this West Coast, East Coast beef? And like, was it real, or was it really more of a media based situation?
The media hyped it up, which made it real.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, it was, people really felt the way.
It was like,
you didn't know better, and everybody wanted to represent from where they from and so on and so forth. And, you just had but at the same time, I had a friend that was in California, and they was like, yo, when, Mobb Deep made LA, they was like, yo, they love y'all out here. Like,
that's crazy.
So
music resonates.
Yeah.
Regardless. Luckily, that situation came to pass, though. I mean, we did lose two of the greats to it, but I mean, we're in a place now where it's a lot different. Hip hop is it's not as regional anymore. I don't find it's just, it's the internet, though, right?
Yeah, look, it's not you can't really say, okay, there is the New York scene and there is this type of scene, but
I feel like everybody sounds the same everywhere.
Exactly. I feel like it's more like a worldwide, global thing. Even with the guys in Italy sounding
doing like drill music.
Exactly.
And shit.
So, you know what I mean? It's sort of like the same vibe going around. I don't see it clicked up like before West Coast, East Coast rivalry or anything like that. No. So,
because you learn better. When you do better, once you know better, you do better. And, it's time to grow. We just wish, I liked the fact that, when it was, everybody sounded like themselves. When the West Coast sounded like the West Coast, and the Midwest sounded like Midwest, the South sounded like the South, and New York sounded like New York. So, that's what gave the ingredients and the flavor to all the different things that made you want to listen to this person and that person. That's what, now, the wave is now drill. And some people don't know what drill is, so that you got gangster drill. And, I didn't know drill came from, overseas. First people I heard about it was Chicago. So
yeah, that was Chicago.
Yeah. So, it is what it is now. So we got to let that wave play out and see where it go after that.
Look, you're keeping pure hip hop alive. You're dropping albums, EPs, all sorts of projects. I think it was the 14th anniversary the other day of one of your projects.
14th anniversary of what I believe was Illa Spectrum, I believe.
See, look, he can't even remember. There's so many projects out.
Yeah, it was Illa Spectrum. I believe it was Illa Spectrum. The other was a 4th anniversary of the whole half of it. not too long ago. In fact, the 11th. That was the 4th anniversary of the the whole half of it, which was, you can find on illaghee.net.
There you go.
There
There you go.
There you go. Everything is on illaghee.net. Get the merch,
Get the merch.
the music. That's it. illaghee.net.
So let me, cause you know, I've only known you a couple of hours, but you seem like a really humble guy, which is cool. It's cool, but I want to see you flex a little bit here on the Hustle podcast, bro. We need some flexing. So your music has brought you, you know, all corners of the globe. You've been on tour. You've done the Europes. You've done, you know, all over the States. You're here in Canada now. What is some? Just, I need some crazy tour stories. You don't got to go into no explicit shit if you don't want to, but
I mean,
flex a little bit.
A lot of the stories that was more fun is when, you know, I was taking the tour with Mobb Deep. You know, it was like super crazy. You know, y'all got to understand, like, when you hear Prodigy say stuff like snatch stripes off people's uniforms, and, you know, Stripes was your name. So, you know, we had rules on tour. Got a groupie, you can't kiss her.
Oh, shit.
Can't let her spend the night. And
that's where that shit in the car came from. So this is ingrained in you. I like it.
So it's just like, yo, don't, If we catch you, you know, doing something that's out of the line, we take a letter from your name.
Oh, shit.
And sometimes people come back with their regular name. And you be like, wow, you got to earn that back. Like, we took everything. Like, dudes let chicks spend the night, dudes wifing girls. I was like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? But it was a lot of a memorable situation. It was a lot of different stories, man. Was Blackstreet had a platinum party at Hampton University. This was like around 95. This is when Ray was just about to drop the purple tape. The atmosphere, like Loud was sending everybody down. Ran into so many people. So it was amazing. Like, you know, you seen OGs sniffing coke, they was high, and you like, wow, I didn't know you did that. I was hurt. You know, your feelings kind of get hurt a little bit. It was amazing women all over the place, and it was a beautiful blur. That's all I can say. I'm not going to get into
that means he had a good time everywhere.
Yeah, I can't really get into certain stories because then it was just like it was so many things. You see things, you were like, oh, I didn't know that it was like that.
Yeah.
So that's as far I can go.
That's as far as you're gonna go.
That's as far
I'm
as I can.
squeezing in for content right now.
That's as far as I can really go with it.
He gave us a taste.
You know,
he gave us a taste.
Yeah, I don't want to get into things and people.
What country had the baddest women? If you had to pick one right now that you've been to.
Country.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous women everywhere.
Come on, give me one, bro.
I can't say bad, like bad. Like, I don't know, man.
Look, we're
like,
putting him on the spot here. We're putting him on the spot.
Where's the baddest ratio?
Obviously, you love women, but what's like that one thing like you look forward to every time you go to another country? You know, you're exploring the spot. Is it
just if she's beautiful and she has a big butt?
See, pretty simple.
That's pretty universal.
Yeah, it's pretty universal. Like, I don't want no BBL. Natural, beautiful women with big butts.
I was gonna say, and I cannot lie. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing.
It is. I mean, you look like you had a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It's an amazing thing, man. It's an amazing thing. Like it was fun. It was fun.
You mentioned tour life experiences, but what are some highlights in the career? Like for you personally, you're like, I did this.
That was a highlight. I've never been to Canada. I'm here in Montreal.
I feel like I'm part of this memory for life.
Yeah,
you know
that's part of memory for life. Like I made it here.
He's gonna remember Steve being nervous as hell.
Yeah, no, I'm chopping that part out. Hell no, that shit's getting chopped out.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm happy to be here. Like I get to go over a couple places in Canada. I remember looking at. See, this is for me. Like, I remember being in jail. It was some type of dance show back of up, like 99, 2000. And I was just looking at, I think they was in Toronto, but I was like, it looks fun.
Yeah.
I wanna go to Canada. Like, I want to see what it is in Canada. Viola.
Here we are.
I'm here.
Viola.
Yeah, we're gonna teach you some French, bro. We're gonna teach you some French.
I know how it's spelled. I know it's voila, but it's spelled Viola.
See, he put the New York twist on that shit. I like it. New York, the home of the remix, bro.
I love that. No, that was great.
Yeah, but that's a highlight. Being able to see different things, and like I'm a culture and I'm a foodie and a culture person. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's nothing to y'all, but I'm gonna try this poutine thing or poutine, whatever it is. I'm gonna try. If it's nasty, it's nasty.
No, it's not nasty.
About it.
It's just like he was
That's
like
just like
I
pizza.
want to try Canadian cuisine. I'm like, we don't really have any. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, there's no distinctive Canadian.
Yeah,
cuisine.
no, that's.
I mean, it's
It is
Just like
poutine,
for
right?
us, it's pizza.
Yeah.
Like New York is pizza.
New York got the best pizza.
It's pizza,
It does have the
yeah.
best pizza. I will die
So
on that
it's just
hill.
like, when you travel, every time I go to Chicago, I have to get a deep dish pizza.
So deep dish or New York pizza, bro?
New York.
But I feel like you have to say
grew
that,
up
though.
on that.
No. I
never had a
like
deep
I
dish.
like the thin, like it's Chicago pizza is a quiche actually.
Yeah, because it's like that's a pie, bro.
Yeah, it's a quiche. It's good, but it's what I'm saying, it's not like
New York's that real classic Neapolitan style.
You get
pizza.
different
Oh,
styles. Sometimes you get the crispy. Sometimes you get the foldable soft. I'm kind of like the brick oven style. Everything.
You ever smack somebody for eating pizza with a fork?
No, I remember having a hamburger at Hamburg. I'm that type of person.
But okay, so was it
I'm
was it
the only-
official?
Yeah, it was. I don't eat beef or pork, so it was a veggie burger.
Oh, come on,
But
bro.
I can't eat it. I'm not eating that.
He said,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating that. But like everybody else was eating their hamburger with a fork and a knife.
Nah, see,
and
that's
I was the only one that was eating it with my fingers, and everybody's looking at me.
Nah,
I was
that's a
like, I don't know what
violation.
y'all.
That's a
I don't know what y'all looking at.
It's reminding me of that Seinfeld episode where everybody's eating their chocolate bar with a knife and fork. You know what I mean? Was that a thing? Like, do people actually do this in New York? What is this?
No, I don't know about
never
that,
seen
but
that. Should make it
I never
Williamsburg.
seen that.
They're
but-
cutting hamburgers. You know what I mean?
Seems like some Williamsburg shit.
Yeah, to my knowledge, I may be wrong, but I thought I read that the hamburger came from Hamburg, Germany.
I read that too. I definitely read that too.
And I was like,
You have to
get a hamburger
100%.
in Hamburg.
100%.
Definitely,
Just like
yeah.
you go to Buffalo, I want buffalo wings.
With blue
Buffalo.
cheese.
Right, you go to Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
That is my thing. Like my crack cocaine is buffalo wings and macaroni and cheese.
Let's go.
Do not fuck that up for me.
Yeah, no, and he gave us an explicit warning. So
what happens.
if they are fucked up, just direct all that energy towards Steve. All right? I'm just let you know right now. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
So that's why
I
it's
think
like
that he-
wherever I go, where I need to know what is the local food,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to try it out. As close that's long as they don't have beef, pork, or any
Chicken's
no.
always good. We can always find you chicken. Don't worry.
yeah.
Now he wants puts in, bro.
We got to bring him to some Greek food, man.
Greek food. He wants puts in, bro.
I just want to try it once. Yeah, that's it. It's not
it.
like I
No,
want to
yeah.
eat it every day.
The best advice I could give you for a puts in, you got to find a dirty, greasy restaurant, bro. Don't go
All
to one
the
of
good
these
food, all the-
upscale joints.
All the good food is in dangerous areas.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how it is. In New York, you want good food, most likely
You
it's
gotta
in a
see a
very...
C on. You gotta see a C on the window. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
don't eat that. But most likely it's in a dangerous area.
In a dangerous area.
All the good food is in dangerous areas. That's it. That's how you know. It's delicious.
You gotta go there before the sun goes down.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Look, this is a great conversation. We're chopping it up a lot. You mentioned about traveling worldwide, getting to experience different cultures. Coming from your neck of the woods, a lot of people don't get to experience that. How do you feel like it's changed you getting to experience a new culture, getting to try that new item?
Because you got to change your mentality. Whatever you think, you tell the trillion cells in your body what it is. I told myself I want to do something different. I want to see the world. And it's happening. Not just because you say it in your mind don't mean you sit still and just be like, yeah, it's going to happen. Still got to put in the work. If I can risk my life selling drugs and shooting guns, allegedly, then I can put in the work for this. And it's going to be a better outcast.
I hope like this tour that's going on right now is the start of many tours.
Yes.
Hope Europe books us up, you know what I mean? Puts you guys on everything. I want this whole thing to flourish. I feel like I'm a part of the team now, you know what I mean? Just because we did this one show. But I want to see the best for you guys. I want to see the best for the show tomorrow. I just want to see the best for real, pure hip hop, you know?
100%. Yeah, I'm excited for the show.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm excited.
Illa Ghee, this was like a very great episode. I think like going back 74 episodes now, 75 episodes.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Nobody's ever been as real and candid like you have been, you know what I mean? Like people try to stray away from their past experiences whenever it has to do with getting locked up or, you know, they keep a little hush on it. But I
that's
feel
what
like
the experience is for.
Yeah.
The experience is for, you know, so I can teach the next one.
Each one teach one.
And, yeah, let them know, like, yeah, this is not what you want.
That was great. Usually what we have here, we have this thing called Drop a Gem. You've been dropping gems all show. But you want me to grab it? I can grab it.
I got T-Rex arms. They're jacked, but they're T-Rex arms.
Basically, we just have this gem for you over here. And drop that one ultimate gem to the people. Something they can take with them for years to come.
Let me see. No matter how the pendulum swings, if it's not going your direction, I treat it like a fight and I protect my face. But when it goes my direction, I take advantage of every opportunity possible. So when things are bad, don't mean it's going to be there forever. Survive, block everything. You're going to get through it. Don't panic. But when that door opens, walk through it and take advantage when everything is going your way. Never give up. Nothing lasts forever.
Was that the best gem that ever got dropped on the show?
I swear to God, I was getting emotional there. And that voice,
Keep it under control, Steve.
That voice right there, it's like, it's a perfect way to deliver that message. I think people are going to resonate with what you just said. And I'm going to chop it up so nicely. We're going to have this crazy clip of it. You're going to love it. You got to let the people know where to download the music, where to buy the merch, where to buy the CDs.
IllaGhee.net.
Easy.
Simple. See the logo? Gas mask with the atom. If you don't know what it means, it's like math is the exact science. I'm just saying I'm the exact science of rap. That's why I say I'm the incredible mathematics of rap. The gas mask is for the deadly words. Science. IllaGhee.net. IllaGhee2K. Slap hoes, eat bacon.
Before we get out of here, though, I had the privilege of hearing some music in the car that I don't think anybody else has heard yet, you know what I'm saying, except for the inner circle. So thank you for that. Do you have anything new on the cusp of being released, and when can people expect that?
I'm working on an EP with me and Planet Asia. One of the songs I played for that.
Yeah, that was the one with the line in it.
Yeah, I'm working on an EP with Crisis. Some of the songs that you heard was from that. And I'm working on another project, my own self, and that is going to be called oh shit! Oh, my phone.
No, you can swear, bro. We good.
I can't think of the name.
Yeah, we'll tag it in the underneath the video at a later date. We got you, bro. Yeah. It's been an honor and a privilege to have you on the Hustle Podcast.
Thank you, guys. I mentioned appreciate it, man.
We're looking forward to the show tomorrow. By the time this comes out, the show will have passed, but I do expect to see you motherfuckers at the show, since you guys, should be supporting this podcast at this point, because we do a lot for the city and we don't ask for much in return. So buy a t-shirt, come to the show, support. We got 3 New York legends in the building. I'm saying this for nothing. The show is going to be done by the time this drops. Again, honor and a privilege, bro, and enjoy Canada to the fullest.
I sure will.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
I sure will.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Another episode of the Hustle Podcast. We out.
Welcome, everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve Adamopoulos, and these are my